Hi, my name's Joey Morstad. I'm a personal trainer, certified RKC instructor. I do personal training at a private studio in the Hillcrest area. I also do a couple outdoor classes along with nutritional coaching. So going back probably 10 years now, I started to have symptoms. At the time, it was blood after I would go to the bathroom. At the time, I just thought it was from squats. I thought I was doing squats too heavy or something and it would just go away. Fast forward a couple more years and it started becoming a painful stomach ache that still didn't go away, and that just kept getting more and more painful. Started to have more bloody diarrhea, more pain going to the bathroom. The inability to eat and hold down food. I would either have immediate diarrhea or I would vomit, and still at the time thought it was just a stomach problem that would go away. And after about 3 weeks of going through, diarrhea, bloody diarrhea, vomiting, not eating anything, and basically body wasting away, realized that it was more than a stomach issue or just a stomach, upset stomach kind of thing. And so went to the doctor, was admitted right away because I was about 120 pounds, 130 pounds, maybe, barely, just weak and very weak. So I was put on an IV of potassium and other things just to get my strength back up. Doctors did tests, did more colonoscopies, endoscopies, and through the testing found that they said I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is a form of inflammatory bowel disease. It's where the innermost lining of the intestines and colon develops tiny open sores that can lead to pus and mucus and bloody diarrhea and a bunch of other similar issues along those lines. I still remember being discharged out of the hospital and walking out of the hospital in the same clothes that I walked in with, and just felt kind of like a stranger in my own body. Was so thin and weak, and the clothes just hung on me that I didn't feel my body. I felt outside of my body. I wasn't in a good place in my life. I had gone through the diagnosis and the weight loss and all that stuff, but for about 2 years, I wasn't really living. The worst question in the world was somebody asking me, "So what have you been up to?" Because I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't know how to talk about it. And one day I just realized, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep not living. Realized, okay, I could start eating again. That was nice. That was one stepping stone that helped. And after I was able to eat more and more, started going for some walks and getting that back and getting just my legs underneath me and getting more strength in that sense. But having that doubt and that fear, but also at the same time, looking at each step as okay, I got down these steps, I can get to the corner. Okay, I got to the corner, I can get across the street. And just tiny baby steps, literally, and just taking it one step at a time and realizing, okay, trying to value each little milestone as best as I could. But then the personal trainer side of me came out, and they're like, okay, how can I regain this weight that I lost and actually do a push-up and actually walk up and down the stairs without getting winded? And so started looking into what I could do exercise-wise, and just took it one step at a time, and from there ended up writing a book about it and creating a 4-month program to recover from that sense, and that with the main focus of that first month, looking at what does someone do in the gym or at home or just in the world of exercise when getting up out of bed is challenging, and when standing up for a minute at a time is an endurance event. And so kind of took it from that point of view and just broke it down to moving like babies, really, how you just move from one side to the other, rolling around and trying to get to that level and kind of reconnecting the body. But just remembering that each little thing, each time you can have a meal and everything works okay is a good thing, and trying to take that and just to appreciate that as much as you can, and to understand that, yeah, it's a chronic disease and there's no cure for it right now, but also that there's still a lot of things that can be done and still a lot of things that I can do, and that I try to focus on that more often, and realizing that it's, you know, it's not the end. There's there's considerations and there's things I have to be aware of, but I can still pretty much live a relatively normal life, you know. So but yeah, that first moment of that doubt and the fear was challenging and will creep up once in a while, but it's been a process of recognizing those emotions when they come up, and recognizing if I do start to feel sorry for myself or start to feel down for myself, ways of coping with that, and ways of realizing that, okay, it's not that bad. It's tough, but ultimately, you know, I haven't had surgery. I have all my intestines still, and you know, part of me, I don't like it, but it helps in a sense of using that idea of, well, it's not as bad as some other people have it, because I feel terrible that they have it worse. But you know, like, there's kids that have this, and there's, you know, you see these people who are going through struggles, but they have a smile on their face somehow, and it gives you strength, and realize that, okay, if they can get through that, I can get through this, and you know, I'll just get through whatever I need to get through, and then kind of keep moving forward with that. I put a 4-month training program in here. The first month is literally, you'll be on your back rolling around like a little baby, because it's designed for someone who maybe was just released from a hospital, who is weak from weight loss or just from the inability to eat. And so the idea of putting a empty barbell on your back and doing a squat is just terrible. I didn't want to touch anything. I couldn't touch any weights because I was too weak. So I actually have my first workout in here, and the weights that I used were, I mean, I was doing like, you know, cable rows with like, without the pin in, you know, it was like 5 pounds. I was like, okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but it's designed to meet you at that place of where you're, you know, like kind of like a baby again. Like, we have to relearn how to walk and build that strength up. And the goal after the first month is to do, I think, 5 push-ups, maybe 10 bodyweight squats. It's not trying to set a PR. It's just trying to reset your body, trying to move again, trying to get the joints moving. Coping mechanisms, a lot, but talking to somebody that you care for, that you trust and love. Family members would be a great start. Friends would be helpful. Breathing is really good. Breathing. Believing that there is some reason for this, and that hopefully and that there'd be good that can come out of it. Trusting in a power that, in a higher power, that there's a reason for this, in a sense, and you know, that might be one of those things that opens up more questions at the time if you're going through it, but there's reasons and there's good that come out of this, and just realizing that time heals, and that breathing is really important. Again, keep breathing. Believe that there's a reason, and if you have faith in whatever faith you follow or have, believe that there's stuff there that'll help you with this, and realize you don't have to do it all on your own. You know, like, there's people that will help you, people that you'll be shocked at people that'll help you. Strangers will come out of nowhere and help you, and you'll just be amazed by it, and it's an awesome feeling.